Well, that came off really ugly. And this is what we pulled off. And this was actually quite the ordeal with the cutter holder bar. So I had to cut off the other half. Cut that off so I could grind spots where I can get a puller on this thing. I couldn't come up with a big giant 2-jaw, so I had to come up with a 3-jaw concept. So basically I ground in a spot for the jaws to get a bite on that thing, and of course there was plenty of metal. And I torched off those bolts and took the stump jumper off. Here's the other half that had broken. That was broken completely off. And but I think the star of the show wasn't the torch. Not the torch that was the star of this show. Sure as hell wasn't this monster. Look at that big ugly spline. You know, it did have grease on it, but it sure didn't want to come off. The star of the show today was a Harbor Freight product. Something I probably never would have bought, but just out of sheer desperation I had to try something, so I went up and bought this puller. That thing. So I had to grind in places for these jaws to hook. And that's what you're looking at right there. And that's a 12-ton jack sitting on top of this 3-jaw puller. So it's kind of like a portable press. Of course, you can imagine we loaded that thing up, gave it some heat with a torch, and started beating on it with a hammer. And fortunately, of course, I left that bolt in there because that's what I had to push on. I had to push on this bolt while I was pulling on this cup. And loaded up that thing pretty hard with a lot of pressure, and then hit it with a hammer and it goes pop, and the whole damn thing fell off. Ordeal over. Now we need new parts. But this darn thing here I got from Harbor Freight, and they call it a 12-ton 3-jaw hydraulic gear puller. $109. And it paid for itself today, getting that darn thing off. So the next phase of this operation is finding the parts to repair this thing.